Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm here to do 45 minutes of yoga with you today. We're going to flow through some of it. We're going to hold some of the poses longer. You'll get some good hip and hamstring stretches as well as the shoulders. Um, so yoga is working on strength, flexibility, and balance, all the while breathing nice and deep. So you're going to work at your pace. You're not going to try to um, do things exactly. Each person looks a little different in these poses, and that's okay. All right, so I want you to feel your muscles working, stretching, balancing. I want you to just focus on your yoga practice today. Try to take some breaths before we get started and just put everything else to the side just for these 45 minutes, okay? We are going to use a yoga strap today. Karate belt or a necktie works as well. And this is a Skype class, and so the directions will look opposite on some of the time when I'm facing the camera. So just make sure to either do what you see me doing or do what you hear me saying. But you'll be even, balanced, and relaxed at the end. So here we go. The yoga, let's sit up nice and tall. Let's bring that chin in our chest. Take some deep breaths in and out. Just have those legs about hip width apart. Just take a few breaths to bring ourselves fully present here. Feeling that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. And just use that exhale to let go of the distractions that would keep you from having the best yoga practice you can today. So as you exhale, let's just glance forward, start to inch our fingertips away. Gently bend your elbows, feel that nice release in the low back as well as your hamstrings. As you exhale, just very slowly walk it back. If you want to, you can separate the feet a little bit more. Let's sit up as tall as we can, shoulder blades in your back pockets, chin in your chest. And then let's take a nice deep breath in, flexing those feet. Exhale, come on over to your right. You can hold on to the shin, the ankle, the foot. Let's bend that right elbow, glance up to the ceiling. Good, and on your exhale, let's go ahead and place both hands on that right leg and just sink the chest towards that right thigh. Continue with those nice cleansing breaths. Let's relax the feet, walk those hands to the middle, relax. Wiggle those feet a little bit and just bend those elbows. Good, and walk it back. Roll those shoulders away from your ears, flex the feet, nice deep breath in. Exhale over to your left. Let's glance up to the ceiling. Think about that right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone. Bend your left elbow, deep breaths. Good, and both hands on that left leg. Nose towards that left knee, gently sinking that chest down. And on the exhale, let's relax the feet, walk those hands to the middle, and just inch those fingertips out. You don't want to force it, don't want to go too far, just feel a nice stretch in the back and the legs. Good, let's go ahead and walk it back, roll those shoulders away from the ears. Let's come onto your hands and knees. Arching up into that nice cat stretch. Glancing to the ceiling. Good, let's come to that plank. You want your wrists below your shoulders. You're welcome to take your knees down or off the mat. Let's hug the sides with our elbows as you keep the abdominals strong. Into up dog as you open the chest. Let's not let those shoulders roll forward. And let's come on back to child's pose. So knees apart. Big toes together, just sit it back in child's pose. Let's rest your forehead and take some breaths. Feel that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. As you go ahead and come into down dog, let's tuck those toes under. Feet are nice and relaxed. Let's shift weight out of the heel of the hand more towards the knuckles. Kind of evenly distribute that weight a little bit. Lift those hips and allow the head and chest to just sink down. Connect to your breath, feeling that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. On your exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Chin in your chest, let's take those right toes up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back a little bit, nose towards your left knee. See if the right toes want to go any higher. Your left hand could hold the ankle, just an option. Left knee could be straight if you want it to. Inhale, lift those right toes up. Exhale, let's place those feet together. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take that right arm down, keeping those feet together. Deep breath in. Exhale, leaning to your right. Feel that nice lengthening down the left side of the rib cage. With your right hand holding the wrist, gently pull. Rest your head and breathe. And deep breath in. Exhale a little bit longer. Feel the lengthening down the left side of the rib cage and press your left foot into the mat. Good, let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. Good, and as you come down, let's take your right toes behind you. Abs are engaged. Reach those right toes back into warrior three. Keeping that face calm. Gently lunging on your right toes with that left knee bent. Lean back into your crescent lunge. Think about tucking the pelvis under, getting that good right hip flexor stretch. Look past your fingertips, swing through. And inhale up. Let's take your right foot a little farther back, lowering the knee and really leaning back into that crescent lunge. Good, palms down to the mat and left foot back. Abs are strong, hug the sides, come on down. Knees down whenever you need to. Up dog. Nice push up this time if you want it, and down dog. Lift the hip bones up to the sky and allow the head and chest to sink down as you relax those feet. Breathing in and out through your nose. Let's roll to your right side plank with your right wrist directly under the shoulder. Your right knee could be on the mat if you choose, or you can have both legs straight. It's up to you. Deep breaths in and out without shrugging our shoulders. And very slowly come back to your plank, and let's take your right knee to the mat. Right wrist directly under the shoulder. And left knee down. You're going to take that right leg behind you, and we're going to take that left arm out. So we're reaching from left fingertips to right toes. If you want to, that left arm comes out to the side. Flex your right foot and the right leg can come to the right, using the right side of those obliques as you breathe. Very slowly come back down the middle, reach long. Hand and knee down. Let's sit the hips right and bring your right hand on top of the left. Take some breaths in and out. And slowly untwist. Let's do a nice cat stretch. Glance up to the ceiling. And let's come to the plank. With wrists below the shoulders, abs are strong. Come on down. Just don't lead with your hips. Knees could be down and chest leading. Up dog, nice open chest. Push up if you want, and down dog. So spread those fingertips apart, lift your hips up, and allow the head and chest to sink between your shoulders. Feel the length all the way down the back of the legs from your glutes to your ankles. End of your exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Glance up, lift the tailbone, and bring that chin back down, nose to the knees, and let's cross our forearms. Hold your opposite calf, straighten those legs the best that you can. Long hamstrings. And exhale, let's release the fingers, and let's take the left toes up. Let's walk those hands back a little bit, nose towards your right knee, left toes as high as you can. Right hand can hold the ankle if you want to. That right knee is as straight as possible. Listening to your body. Exhale, let's walk those hands out, bring those feet together. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, you're going to take your left arm down and keep those feet together. So let's lengthen between the right side of the rib cage and the hip bone, leaning to your left. Left hand grabs the wrist, just gently pull. Rest your head and breathe, half moon. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. See if you can press your right foot into the mat. Good, come to the front of your mat. Standing back bend. And as you lower those arms to shoulder height, you're going to take your left toes behind you. Find the spot you're staring at for balance. Lift that left leg if that feels all right for you. Warrior 3. Exhale, very gently lunge on those left toes. Lean back into your crescent lunge. So tuck the pelvis under, getting your left hip flexor stretch. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Exhale, left foot can go back a little farther. Lowering that knee, really lean back. Good, let's bring those palms down. Right foot back. Abs are strong, hug the sides. Come on down slowly. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Remember, you can take a break and come to the knees whenever you want to. Let's pedal those feet a little bit. So bending one knee and then the other. Loosening up those lower legs. And let's roll to our left side plank. So that left wrist is directly under the shoulder. Left knee down and your right arm is up. So let's roll that right hip open. It's up to you whether that knee is down or up. Keep taking those deep breaths. Exhaling completely each time if you can. Slowly coming back to plank. Let's take those knees down to the mat one at a time. And with the left wrist directly under the shoulder, left leg extends out, and your right arm extends out. Keep those abdominals strong. Let's not shrug the shoulders. Right arm out to the side. Flex your left foot, and you can take that left leg out to the left, using the left side of those obliques. Keep that breath constant. Let's come down the middle and reach. Hand and knee down. Let's sit those hips left. Bring your left hand on top of the right. Take some deep breaths. Slowly untwist. And let's do a nice cat stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And coming back to your plank. Abs are strong. Let's let that chest lead as you come down nice and slow. Up dog. Nice push up if you choose, and down dog. Shift that weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards your knuckles. Lift those hips. Allow the top of the head to sink towards the mat. End of your exhale, you're going to take those right toes up to the ceiling. Let's walk those hands back a little bit, nose towards your left knee. And on an exhale, let's gently swing that right leg through. Right knee is right above the ankle. We're going to get ready for prayer twist. So let's walk that right leg to the right. You have the option of the left knee being down if you need it. Left elbow comes to the outside of that right thigh. Palms pressed together, shoulders away from the ears. See if that right elbow can point up as you twist. Keeping that face calm. Working on strength, flexibility, balance, focus. Breathing. See if your left foot can scoot a little farther away. One more breath. And exhale, we're going to bring those hands down with the left knee down. Hands on the inside of that right foot, so your right foot can walk even farther right. Take that left quadricep and really sink down. As you breathe, feel free to bend those elbows and sink down towards your forearms. So with that chin in your chest, take a deep breath into the tightness you feel in your hips. Exhale, really dissolve it. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Feel free to come back to the palms. Remember, you're doing this to your own ability. End of your next exhale, dissolve that tightness. Let's come to those palms. Let's walk that right foot back towards the mat, and let's shift our weight back. Let's slide the right leg straight forward, so not at an angle. You're going to stop when you've got enough of a hamstring stretch. You can always take your left knee a little farther behind you. Hands could walk towards that right foot. Now just start to bend the elbows, sinking your chest towards your right thigh as you breathe. Dissolving that tightness, lengthening down that right hamstring. Try 2 more deep breaths here. Your exhale helps you to let go of a little bit more tension. Good. At the end of your exhale, slowly start to walk back. You're going to bring your right foot to the mat. And we're going to reach back and give our left knee a little bit more cushion with that chest up. So let's walk that right foot a little farther out, sinking those hips forward. Straighten the arms and press those shoulders down as you breathe. Your left forearm comes to the outside of your right thigh and you look over your right shoulder with that right hand sliding to the low back. Now you can either stay right here or you can lift that back foot up to grab it. Don't worry about it if it's too much. Let's take that right knee, bend it a little deeper, and you're welcome to put the foot down at any point you need to. Make those breaths nice and deep. Slowly untwisting when you're ready. Let's go ahead and unfold the mat. Knees to the mat. Let's bring those knees apart. Big toes together. Sit back in child's pose as you breathe. Let the middle of that chest just sink towards your mat. End of your exhale, go ahead and come back to your hands and knees. And let's come to that plank. Abs lifted up, hug the sides as you come down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Connect back to that breath. Let go of any distractions that snuck in. Lift those hips. Allow the head and chest to sink down. And the exhale, let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Open it up into mountain. And let's bring those feet the long ways on the mat, as far apart as you would like. Go ahead and bend the knees a little bit and let's walk those hands down towards the mat. Let's go ahead and sink that head down, lifting the tailbone up as you breathe. Each exhale, feel free to take the feet any farther apart, all up to you. Let's place our left hand between the feet. Take that right arm up as you glance to the ceiling. See if you can get your left ear and cheek a little closer to the mat and roll that right shoulder open. And slowly switch. Left arm is up. Let's bend that right elbow, get that right ear and cheek a little closer to the mat. And exhale, bring those hands down. Let's clasp the fingertips at our low back. Gently pull those arms straight and let them wrap around. Legs are as straight as you feel comfortable. Big exhale, let's release the fingers. Face your fingertips away from you and walk them behind you. Bend the elbows, sinking that head down. Good, and on your exhale, place the palms down, fingertips facing front. Bend those elbows, sink your head and elbows towards the mat. Last deep breath in and out here. Let's come to those palms. And let's walk the hands up to the front of the mat. Doesn't matter what leg's in front. We're going to bring that foot back. You're in your plank with the wrist directly below the shoulders. Abs strong, come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Exhale, really lift the hips. See if you can relax the front of the knees and your feet. End of that exhale, let's take those left toes and reach them up. Let's walk those hands back a little bit, nose towards your right knee, reach the left toes up. Gently swing through. That left knee is right above the ankle. We're going to get ready for prayer twists. So right elbow comes to the outside of that left thigh. You're going to press your palms together, shoulders away from the ears, glancing up. Now let's take that right foot a little farther away from you. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. Strength, balance, flexibility. All staying calm. Deep breaths. As you're ready, slowly one hand down. And then the other with the right knee on the mat. And hands on the inside of that left foot. So we walk our left foot to the left. So let's take your right quadricep, really sink it down. Make sure this left knee is right above the ankle. You're welcome to start bending the elbows, coming to the forearms. It's always up to you. Deep breath into that tightness feeling. Exhale, try to let it go. Try to exhale completely each time, not holding back. End of that exhale. Go ahead and come to the palms. Left foot walks back to the mat. Now we're going to shift our weight back. You're going to slide that left leg straight forward, not at an angle. Stop when you've got enough of a hamstring stretch. You could take the right knee behind you. This is all up to you. Let's bend those elbows. Relax that left foot. Exhale, really sinking down. That right quadricep, so your back thigh, is sinking towards the mat. Feel that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. Left hamstring gets a little longer with each breath. Very slowly, let's inch our way out of this. That left foot on the mat, and you can roll up that the back of the mat to give your right knee a little bit more cushion. With that chest up. So we're going to take our hips. We want to be able to shift them as far forward as possible. You don't want that left knee overextended. So as you sink forward, right forearm on the outside of that left thigh, you're going to look over your left shoulder, left hand at your low back, deep breaths in and out, sink forward. Now you're welcome to bring that foot up and grab it. If that's too much for you, just don't worry about it. Deep breaths. Try to exhale completely each time. Really sinking forward, release as you're ready. Let's bring that left knee to the mat. Let's unfold the mat. Let's give ourselves a nice cat stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And then bringing knees and feet together. Let's sit back on the heels, rest your arms at your sides. Just let those shoulders round over. Take some breaths, recalibrate. Let go of any distractions that snuck in. Notice any tightness that still needs to have some attention. Let's slowly come up to our hands and knees. And we're going to come back to our second to our last plank of today. So abs strong, hug those sides, come on down. Up dog, open chest. Push up if you want to, and down dog. Continuing to breathe. Remember, you're listening to your body, taking a break when you need to. Let's take our right toes up to the ceiling. Hands walk back. Bend that right knee, let it hang over to the left. You've got more weight in that left hand. Nice opening of that right hip and stretch down the right side of the rib cage. As you exhale, and slide that right knee between your hands. Left toes tuck under. Let's walk that left leg back. Let's open the chest. If you want this right foot to scoot a little closer to that left hand, you can. You just don't want it to let yourself roll to the right. Bring your right hand, walk it a little bit to the left, and go ahead and walk straight out. Find a place for your forehead to rest. Could be on your fists, it could be on the mat. Exhale completely and really let that tightness on the outside of that right hip joint dissolve. Glancing right and resting on the left side of the face. That's an option. Take it or leave it. can also slide that right hand to your low back. Just let your shoulders release and wiggle those fingers a little bit. Each exhale helps to let go of a little bit more tension. Slowly untwisting. We're going to glance forward and we're going to take our left fingertips a little farther. Watch my hips. It kind of helps to roll that left hip bone back towards the mat. Forehead down and breathe. And let's walk it back. Let's open that chest and slide your right knee back. You can let those hips wiggle just a little bit. And now we can take that right foot and gently press down. Use your hands to push back for a right calf stretch. Good, let's come to our last plank of today. Make sure your wrists are below your shoulders. Abs stay lifted up as you come down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose it, and down dog. Make this the best down dog yet. Let's shift that weight more towards your knuckles, more towards the middle of that hand. Lift the hips. Relax the feet. Deep breaths. Exhaling completely. Let's take those left toes up to the ceiling. Hands walk back a little bit. Let's bend our left knee and let it hang to the right. So you're going to have more weight in that right hand. Feeling that nice lengthening around the left side of that left hip joint, all the way down the left side of the rib cage. As you're ready, sliding that left knee between your hands. Right toes tuck under. Let's walk that right leg back. And for pigeon, that left foot can walk a little closer to your right hand if you want it to. You don't want to roll to your left. Bring your left hand a little bit to the right and let's walk straight out. Let's rest the forehead somewhere. Could be on your fists, on your hands, on the mat. Take a deep breath into the tightness you feel around that left hip joint. Exhale, let it dissolve. Picture your breath breathing into that tightness. And exhale, really letting it go. As you glance left. If you want to, left hand at your low back. Remember, it's totally up to you. You can even wiggle those fingers. Deep breaths. Last big exhale. Let's slowly untwist. Let's glance forward. Take your right fingertips a little farther away. It's going to help that right hip bone roll back towards the mat. Let's rest the forehead and take a couple more breaths. Slowly, let's walk it back. Open the chest, slide that left knee back. And let's take that left heel, press it back for a good calf stretch. Good, let's go ahead and lie on the mat. Take your left arm straight out. Make sure your palm is down. You're going to roll yourself to the left. Bend your right knee, place it behind you, and then right hand slides to the low back. You can always take your left fingertips, walk them farther away. And your right foot could even walk farther away if you want to deepen it. Slowly untwisting. Rolling back to your stomach. Let's come to those forearms. Let's gently pull that chest forward in Sphinx. And slowly rolling down. Let's take that right arm straight out. Let's roll to your right. Bending that left knee. Sliding that left hand to your low back. Deep breaths in and out of that right shoulder. Feel the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. End of that exhale, we're going to very slowly roll back to the stomach as we untwist. And gently press yourself up. And come on up to the front of your mat. Let's come into one boat pose, and then you're going to rock yourself back. Make sure you've got your yoga strap next to you. So shoulders away from the ears, arms are up. When you're ready, either take one foot or both into your boat. Deep cleansing breaths. Lifting those toes and slowly rocking back. Let's hug those knees into your chest. Nice and tight. Exhale, let's take straight arms between the knees. Hold on to your ankles or your feet. Let's pull the knees down towards the sides of the rib cage. Take your elbows, gently press those knees out and rock side to side. Happy baby. Keep those breaths deep. You can either continue to do this or your first two fingers on your big toes. Gently press those heels apart. Allow those legs to relax apart. Exhale, release. Let's take the left leg down and hug that right knee into our chest, circling that right foot. Placing the right foot in your yoga strap and moving that strap towards your heel. Relax your foot and let's take that right leg towards you, gently pressing that right knee away from you. End of your exhale, let's move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Flex, and as you pull the leg towards you, feel free to roll it out or in by pulling on one side of that strap. Pressing that right knee away from you, deep breaths. Exhale, let's hold on to the strap with your right hand. Take it out to the right. Look to your left. Let's make sure to keep this left hip rolled down to the mat. Gently pull, right toes aimed to that wall behind you. Deep cleansing breaths. As you're ready, hand that strap to your left hand. Let's take it across the body. Look to your right. Gently pull. You're stretching down your right IT band. And let's release. Let's place that strap down and hug both knees into the chest. Let the right leg go and hug that left knee as you rotate that foot gently. The yoga strap going across your left foot. Moving the strap towards your heel, foot's relaxed. Gently pull it in as you press that left knee away from you. End of your exhale, let's back away. Move the strap towards the ball of your foot, get a good flex, and gently pull it in. Feel that nice stretch down your left calf. Feel free to roll it out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. Big exhale as you release. Let's hold that strap with your left hand. Take it out to the left as you glance right. And let's keep that right hip rolled down to the mat as you gently pull with your left hand. Exhale, let's hand the strap to the right hand. Take it across the body as you glance left. Gentle pull, stretching your left IT band. And release as you're ready. Lengthening your body from fingertips to toes. Exhale, slide those arms down towards your sides. Let's close the eyes and let those feet just flop out naturally. Pulling all the breath to the top of your head. And exhale, letting that breath roll across your forehead. Flow across your temples. And roll across the back of the head. Across your eyes, nose and cheekbones. Feel the breath roll across the back of your jaw, straight down the sides and back of the neck. Exhale flows across the top of your shoulders, opening up your chest and releasing tightness in your upper back. Exhale rolls down the arms, dissolving tightness as it rounds your elbows. Straight down your forearms to your wrists, palms in the top of your hand, between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. Exhale, just let it all go. Feeling the exhale surrounding your rib cage, one rib at a time. Across your waist and your abdominals. From your mid-back down to your low back. The deep breath in. Exhale, hips and glutes just relax. Quadriceps and hamstrings release. Knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, and feel that breath round your heels and flow up the arch of your foot. Roll across the top of your foot. Between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. As you exhale, feeling that calmness surround you. Let's be nice to ourselves coming out of this position very slowly. We picture the rest of our day, holding on to this calm and peace. As you're ready, just slowly roll to one side. So your bottom arm is your pillow. Take a deep breath in and out. And then very slowly just press yourself up to a nice sitting position. Sit up as tall as you can, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's bring the hands to the heart. Surrender everything in your head to your heart. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me for yoga. Namaste.